It sure is.
Did you hit the button? We're streaming?
We are streaming.
Streaming.
All right, so Cougar's back with us.
Thank goodness.
All right, so go ahead and start us off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Didn't even say it's Cougar Monday or anything in the open?
Yeah, I was kind of waiting. Your fans are waiting for you.
It's a new year. I'm going to be shy this year.
I see. It's a Cougar Monday with Mike and John got it going on. Mike Marino, John King, and Susan, also known as Cougar, joining us. Welcome back. Happy New Year. And I know it's something we didn't expect to say today, but congratulations to the Detroit Lions for beating the Green Bay Packers last night, even though the game didn't mean anything to them except Lions pride.
Exactly.
They had some fun. It was actually a great fun game to watch.
It was.
What did you think, John?
You
didn't watch.
No, I did.
All right.
So I will say, played excellently, and it's always nice to beat the Packers.
We don't
the
get
final
to say
game
that
of the season,
2 times in one season.
Yeah, no, there's no doubting that.
Wow.
But I will say, and yes, they way exceeded my expectations.
Kool-Aid?
But they are set. They've set themselves up.
Now, don't be so negative.
No,
it's
they've
the end
set
of the
themselves up to not be the same old Lions.
That's true.
Yeah.
They've set themselves up. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying they have to now win next season and not be dependent on
don't pull
other
Rams.
teams and other things like that. So
don't pull an LA Rams.
You got to take hats off to Dan Campbell. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even
impressive.
That's
nice. Right. Let's all go out and bite a kneecap today. What do you think?
Yeah. That's the whole biting the kneecaps thing, and you're like, oh, that's going to be the end of you. And now it's going to be if
kneecaps for Thanksgiving.
If they can translate this into actual wins.
Prepare yourself for the letdown a year in advance.
That's right.
It was great to see. We're going to get Susan's review, right? Do you want to give us a little hint on what's coming up for that?
It is actually 2.
A 2 review.
Twofer.
Oh,
it's a twofer.
All right, so we'll get to that. Also coming up today, we'll find out if anybody got last night's trivia question right. We know there were some critics.
There always are.
We'll also get to your 2-cent history lesson and, of course, local news. Lots of things happened over the weekend. John, with news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A personal protection order has been issued against the newly elected head of the Livingston County Republican Party by a Brighton woman who says she has been harassed and her family threatened. Jennifer Smith, who was elected as chair of the Livingston County GOP in December, was accused in a petition that was filed October 31st with the Washtenaw County Circuit Court and granted the same day of becoming extremely fixated on the Brighton woman after she had reported Smith to the FBI following her comments at a Brighton Area Schools Board of Education meeting, which Smith had threatened members during a discussion over mask usage and quarantining students. The petitioner said that on at least 2 occasions, Smith had revealed her home address online and said in public forums the woman often was alone, the purpose of which was to, quote, scare me and to encourage people to harass me and my family, end quote. She added that harassment soon followed, including people coming into her yard twice, she said, to try and take her dog, taking photos and videos of her house, and cutting the cords on her outdoor lights that forced her to have security cameras installed. The woman said she hoped Smith's fixation on her would subside, but that it had not, and that Smith had written multiple op-eds for her blog, the Livingston Lantern, continuing to point people to her home. Smith's attorney, Christina Like, told the Livingston Daily that her client had filed for a termination of the order. A hearing on that termination motion is set for January 26th. A Detroit man was arrested after leading police in a high-speed chase through Livingston County on Sunday that had the suspect vehicle traveling the wrong way on I-96. The Livingston County Sheriff's Office reports about 8:20 Sunday morning, deputies attempted to stop a vehicle displaying a stolen registration plate while traveling westbound on I-96 near M59 in Howell Township. According to a press release, when the deputy activated the emergency lights, the 2021 Toyota RAV4 accelerated in an attempt to flee, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour. Authorities say a Fowlerville Police Department officer was in position on westbound 96 about a mile west of Fowlerville Road to deploy stop sticks. When the suspect observed the Fowlerville patrol car, the Toyota cut across the median to avoid the stop sticks. The Toyota began to travel westbound in the eastbound lanes of 96. Deputies followed the Toyota through the median and immediately performed what the press release called a textbook pit maneuver. That stands for Precision Immobilization Technique. To stop the vehicle from traveling in the wrong direction, it went into the median, coming to a stop. The 34-year-old male driver from Detroit was then taken into custody. The registration plate was reported stolen out of Detroit. That belonged to a Ford Taurus. The RAV4 was reported stolen out of Southfield. The incident remains under investigation, and you can see the video of the pit maneuver on our Facebook page. If you go to Mike and John Facebook, Mike and John Got It Going On Facebook, you'll see the video there. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, by the way.
We have a YouTube channel?
We do. That's where we're streaming right now.
That's
Live?
right.
Yeah. We are live.
Wow. Really?
I mean, that's what they say. We'll find out later.
Our makeup guy
Anyway, you
wasn't
can go
there.
check it out. It is a pretty cool video, and that maneuver obviously, headed off the potential for
See,
disaster.
hey, you could do that on video games too, that maneuver. That's about the best way I could do that.
All right, and finally, a local nonprofit has a new leader that was promoted from within. Vena Community Dental Center's board of directors appointed Samantha Jorgens as executive director, following the retirement of former executive director Jim Gilmore. Jorgens joined Vena as marketing and development coordinator in September of 2020 after graduating from Central Michigan University with a Bachelor of Science in Journalism and Public Relations. Jorgens said she's excited to grow with Vena and continue providing an important service to the community. And that is what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
Mark Binkley could barely drive a car when his dad bought the best jewelry store in town from Mr. Cooper. He spent a lot of time there after school and weekends, enough to know that he loved the jewelry business. Mark and his family were exiting a Sunday church service when Mark saw something more dazzling than any precious stone: Barb Lockery. Successful and beautiful was a combination too great to resist, and around Valentine's Day, a nervous and pale Mark Binkley asked Barb Lockery to be his bride. They were married in the rustic, cozy church sanctuary where they met and decided to build Cooper and Binkley Jewelers together. You'll see them there every day, working hard just like you, helping people make special times in their lives even more special with a gift from Cooper and Binkley. They'd love to hear your stories of romance at Cooper and Binkley Diamond Jewelers in lovely downtown Brighton.
All right. Before we get into the whole show,
Yes.
I think you should show off your holiday gift that you got.
Oh.
That we wish there were a little bit bigger version.
It's hard to see.
Does your
If
little
our
gal
camera
got-
operator could zoom in. Hello, camera operator, zoom
Beth
in.
didn't make it.
Beth Garlock is our camera operator.
She said we need some work on the camera
Yeah.
stuff.
So when I was a kid, Galaga was my
yeah.
was my jam.
That was your go-to.
And
there's King.
yeah. And so
Top of the
a friend
list.
of ours recently bought. He's been into pinball, so he's been buying like full-size pinball
yeah.
games for his.
We should
his
have
man
one of those
cave.
for
I
the-
know.
yeah.
So at one point we were talking, and he said, well, they've got Galaga game. And he looked online and he found one like a full.
Yeah.
You
can get one on
arcade version,
Marketplace.
right? And he's like, oh, my wife's like looking at him like, shut up. So yeah. So for the holidays, she got me my own Galaga game, which is this. It's literally on a
Where
keychain.
do you put the quarters?
I stack the little quarters up,
Little mini coins.
little mini quarters. I stack them up on the side just to let them know that I'm playing. And
I got the next 3
That is
games.
adorable.
right, and it is. And then
Isn't
you,
that cute?
You turn it
It's,
on, and
oh
Wait,
my
and
gosh.
it has sound too.
yeah, hold on.
Yeah, look at that. That's
And,
legit.
and it does play.
is legit.
It does play. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
yeah. If Beth Garlock
First you
could
get-
zoom in on that,
You got to put a
Okay.
magnifier in front of it so you can see it. Okay. So let's go to
boy.
Susan
Okay.
with.
Oh, sorry.
Put the toy away.
Got it.
I know they did a few years ago. There was a version of that was a little bit bigger. It was like a half size.
Okay,
Real
like a
Galaga.
desktop almost.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it was. I think they had them at Walmart and those types of stores where you could have Galaga and Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, those kind of things. And
Right.
And I thought of you, but That's more your style.
It
That
is.
is
Oh.
nice.
There's
Yeah.
John
Nice
sitting
gift.
on the couch.
My fat fingers on these little teeny buttons. It's great.
I would have won that one if it wasn't for my fat
Stupid
finger.
fat fingers.
My thumb got in the way. All right. So Susan has a review, the first of the year. Susan's review. What are we talking this time?
Well, over the break, I read a book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you read a book over the break?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Whoa, see?
I just finished it last night. I stayed up late to finish it.
Let's.
I stayed up late the other night to finish mine.
So
Okay.
was yours like a book and a glass of wine kind of thing? Or?
No, bedtime.
Bedtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystery, romance, what kind of book?
A little bit of everything.
Oh, all right.
So it was a movie, I believe in July, where the crawdads sing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just, this is the first book in my adult life that I actually had emotion, like I laughed. LOL.
Oh, wow.
Laughed
You
out
laughed out
loud.
loud while you were reading the book?
Literal LOL.
Literal.
Now, did
And
you see the movie too?
I teared up. Well, I'm glad you asked that. Because it's on Netflix.
Right.
So after I read the book, at the ending of the book, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, so I
Don't give away the ending.
had to watch the movie. So I watched the movie and just highly recommend it. It takes place in the mid 60s to 70, kind of goes back and forth, and like the scenery, it takes place in North Carolina in the marsh, the nature, the scenery. When she goes into town, there's cars, older cars. The wardrobe is spot on. Music. It just really, really was a good story.
You know, I'm glad you brought up the wardrobe because what I'm starting to see now is more as these, females especially, as these 70s styles are coming back with the
Yes.
pants, the big pants.
The
The
bell bottoms.
They're bell bottoms all the way.
Love
They're not,
bell-bottoms.
but they're the big bell bottoms, like from the butt
Yeah,
down. It's a
absolutely.
bell. You like that?
Oh,
Aren't
yeah.
those
They're
just
skinny.
pants that are too big?
Yeah, it's like a dress with a seam in the middle.
Well, and the problem with being a woman and wanting to wear those, I'm only 5'2".
Yeah, see, that would
And
make
they
it look
like
bigger.
come up to here on me, the leg part.
Right. So,
Yeah, because
So
that's
you
how Cher
definitely
used to
are
wear them. They were up to her boobs.
Yeah.
And then the big long
But
pants.
she's like almost 6 foot
Yeah,
tall.
so
It
for you
works
it'd be
for
like your
her.
pants and
that was
boobs.
Yeah.
that was the style.
Yeah.
But I love them. I love them. Thank goodness for petites, petite clothing.
Oh yeah. I think the same thing all the
Yeah,
time.
John's like, I'm going to the petite
You
section.
know, speaking of wardrobe, we also should notice that I have again last week, one of our shows that we did, we realized that we really shouldn't be wearing black.
Right. And
We
I
have
thought
a
of
black
that this
background. My wife pointed out to me, she's like, you know, it looks like
Okay,
your head's
floating.
floating. I'm like, okay. So she says, if you can avoid black, you probably should wear. Okay.
morning. So you didn't listen.
So yeah,
And I did it too.
And you didn't know.
And you
so
didn't know.
now
You have
you
an
know.
excuse. I don't. Which nothing new. So yeah, it's like I don't know.
Oh, you're a floating
It's
head.
kind of like So just wanted to acknowledge it.
So that was my official review. But I kind of have another little
Oh,
comment, maybe, or I don't know.
A
now
side
it's
note?
time
Maybe
time
a
for
review.
op-ed with Susan.
Sidebar.
So the McKnight nightlights,
Yeah.
Yes.
big hit.
Oh.
I ordered them.
Oh. Okay.
Did
Big
you
hit.
the
What
Mike
did you
and
get a
John one?
picture of?
It was a family photo.
Oh,
It wasn't like
I thought I'd go for it.
It was a family photo.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it turned out I was a little leery about having like your heads.
Yeah.
Anyone's heads. To me, I thought, well, maybe it might be creepy, but they really turned out good and very well received. I think
All right.
Well, if you were
really
the Adams
enjoyed
family, it might have looked a little different.
Product
You know,
review.
so-
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
McKnightlights.com.
so thank you for that.
Yeah,
It was
our
a
good friend
great,
Dan.
unique gift, and everyone loved it.
Well, when we come out with our new logo, Dan will have something else to work
right.
on
That's
too.
right.
Yeah, we're working on
I
that.
think he
right.
should make a Cougar one.
A Cougar logo
Cougar Night. Oh, Cougar logo.
Yeah.
and a Cougar
Oh, we
nightlight.
can, yeah, we can.
I like that.
Now she's like, well, now I'm not so sure.
I'm gonna rethink this.
All right. So last night in our trivia question, okay.
Heavy sigh.
Let's take care of business first.
all right.
Take care of business
Yeah,
first.
yes.
Trivia, of course, brought to you by Tanya Z, sold by Tanya Z, real estate agent Tanya Zirkle. Her motto is "Comfort is the key to home." You can find her online at soldbytanyaz.com.
Her secondary motto is, don't be so tough on the question asker. So
I don't think
here's
that's
the,
her motto.
I typed in the question last night.
Fat fingers.
And the question, yeah, I was busy playing Galaga. Yeah. According to a recent psychology-backed behavior poll.
Right.
That's a mouthful.
It really is. And that's probably why there was some misinterpretation.
Well, and
According to...
And you spelled psychology wrong.
Did I?
Yeah.
I did. So, see, nobody caught that. According to a recent psychology-backed behavior poll, 37% of adults say they are this. I say some people got a little, hey, what's up with this?
Right.
And you're right. I missed the word say, and I spelled psychology wrong. So for those that missed that I spelled psychology wrong, shame on you.
You are not on the ball.
That's right. So
No. You're pitching it wrong. It's like, you didn't catch my little trap, did you? Huh?
That's right.
Think you're so smart?
Smarty
You didn't
pantsies.
notice my misspelling.
Yes.
Which shows how smart I am.
Why did spell check not catch that? Is what I want to know.
You know,
or did I just
there is no
override
spell
that?
check on Facebook, which is really
You know, they
obvious.
should really do that.
Super obvious there isn't.
That's true. So, for those that caught that, thank you.
Yeah.
I did correct that. Although nobody got the correct answer.
Right.
But there were some great guesses.
What was the question again?
According to a recent psychology misspelled backed behavior poll, 37% of adults say they are this.
Right.
So when you say, like, I'm this, are you prompt? Are you timely?
Right.
Some say they're OCD. Some say they're tired.
Yeah, how do we
Those were all
view
great
ourselves?
guesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and when you think psychology, you know, some people say, I'm great.
Yeah. And usually, are they?
Not really.
No, not really.
Or I'm always right.
Oh, they're very humble. So,
Shelley said tired.
Right.
Katie said closet Lions fans.
well,
And, you know, even when they were losing. Some people.
Madonna said mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Addicted to their phone, said Jordan. That's a great guess, but
That
it's
is
probably more than 37%.
I think you're right.
You know, when you think of that, because we have these things with us all the time. Dyslexic, says Christine. Smart. You know, I think a lot more people think they're smarter than they are.
Right.
But that's what I think.
Unfortunately.
Cousin Jeff from JD's Tossback Trivia, which, by the way, will be Tuesday here on Mike and John, he said great drivers.
Oh.
There's probably more that think they're great drivers.
Yeah.
And you see this all the time
Yeah.
when you're on 96 or 23. And then you see the accidents. Judgmental.
Idiots. What? Oh,
Introverts and extroverts have been guessed.
yeah.
Those are great guesses. I think it's interesting that nobody even came close to our answer.
I guess not. Everything is, it's mostly, if it's not positive, like how great I am, how smart I am, it's more like tired or exhausted in that
Overworked,
realm.
underpaid.
But there's nothing that's inherently
Great in bed.
negative.
What? Who said that?
Wait, what happened now?
Nope. Nancy said bad spellers, so she did catch. So Nancy caught me.
Suzanne said lonely, and then she put up a gif of a
Who is that?
man sitting in a
Oh,
snowdrift.
just a guy sitting in a snowdrift. Do you think that's a real guy in a real snowdrift? I don't think so.
Well, the snow
mean,
looks kind of fake.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think he's in a tent. But anyway, no answer, no correct answer anyway. We appreciate everybody that tried. The answer, their own worst enemy. 37% say, I'm my own worst enemy. At least they could admit it.
I would
If
think
you
it would
know
be
you are.
more, actually. Because I think we are really hard on ourselves, but that seems low.
But sometimes we sabotage ourselves into,
True.
you know.
Right. We have those habits that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Good thing none of us have that.
No.
None whatsoever.
That's right.
So, all right. So we did not get a correct answer.
No, but we'll try it again tonight.
Yeah.
For Monday Night Trivia, MNT, of course, trivia brought to you by real estate agent Tanya Zirkle with Sold by Tanya Z, whose motto is, comfort is the key to home. See her online today, soldbytanyaz.com. We're going to get to our 2 cent history lesson in just a little bit. I don't know if you guys followed the news of the Consumer Electronics Show and some of the cool stuff that's coming out. Anybody?
I
No?
have not. No.
No?
I've got what I need
Well,
technology-wise for the year. I'm all set. All right. What do we got?
That's it. That's what we've got. No, we've got to thank Firehouse Doors for being our OG sponsor is what we've got to do first. And then we'll get to the Consumer Electronics Show.
Absolutely. Of course, this is their 25th year of serving Livingston County residents. Family owned. They strive to treat each customer like family. You know, I am a customer. I don't know if I've mentioned that before.
How old were you when they first started then, 25 years ago?
25 years younger.
Good answer. Good answer. That was
Veteran owned by Quinn, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. The one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs for the past 21 years. 22 years. We can update this.
Yeah, you do.
They've been Livingston County's only authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. And don't forget, in January,
That's this month.
that is this month.
Going on right now
It
as we
is,
speak.
yeah.
Your chance to qualify for a $500 Visa gift card from Firehouse Doors.
Wow.
And just how do we do that?
You go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com and you can enter there.
That's our website.
Yeah, that's our website, by the way. And and then on February 1st, which I believe is a Wednesday, we will draw out the winner for a five. Yeah, I checked before.
You double
Like 14 times.
So it might
So
be
it's
a
probably
Tuesday.
a Thursday, yeah. So yeah, February 1st we'll draw out the winner. So go ahead and go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com. You can enter there, and while you're there, by the way, you can check out all the rest of the website. We've got local news. You could sign up for our Gigo newsletter.
We have a Gigo newsletter?
We do have a Gigo
Did you know
newsletter.
that, Susan?
I am subscribed to it.
She's a subscriber.
Right
for a
around
while.
5 o'clock every day in your email inbox, you get
It's very
summary of
nice.
all the stories and links.
Do you have the sound effect for your inbox? Does it go
I-
ding?
I
the
don't.
news is here.
Ding. Yeah.
Should get one that says Gigo.
Mine goes.
Gigo.
Now is that your phone?
Yeah.
You have it, so you have like notifications. Right.
I'm like, oh, it must be Mike and John.
Ah, it's them again.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. Right.
So one of the things that came out of the Consumer Electronics Show this past week, a South Korean company has created a pillow with a built-in microphone to deflect snoring. So if you have a snorer in your family,
What does it do?
How does it deflect?
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Does it tell you, stop snoring?
when it detects snoring, it triggers a soundless airbag that changes size to gently turn the sleeper's head in a different position. So it makes it easier for them to breathe. So it could be making that sound.
I see lots of potential for things to go wrong here.
Yeah, I don't know that that's good.
There was also, and I don't know where the information went. I had it here earlier, but there was also a company that came up with a toilet that could test your urine as you're peeing
Right. That I've heard of.
to tell you if you have any kind of issues.
Right. The one I heard about.
What kind of issue?
Well, it will test like if you have COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. For instance. Yeah.
Oh, you're a little light on well fluid now.
Right. And you're a little heavy on the stoli. You know what I'm saying there, fella?
Does it tell you, like, you need to stop the beer right now?
Right.
Like,
It probably should.
You've had enough.
You know, that would be a good one.
You had enough.
You know, it's like
now you got to call Uber.
It should just toilet
Toilet should just call
could
Uber.
call Uber for it. Exactly. You know, it also be funny now that we bring this up because Susan, you don't really experience this, but in the urinal pucks, you know, when they have that. There is that smell. I don't know if they've diverted any different smells from a urinal puck.
It's like
it's
a unique odor. Yeah. I don't know.
You can't really describe it, but maybe that should be one that, like a talking puck. Like, hey, buddy, how about hitting a bowl?
Actually,
or it looks like
yeah,
you've had a few too many.
It should have like a target on it, and depending on how you score, no, sorry.
Now you're back to Calgary. Hey, go into John and check it out. I'm #1 in the urinal pee contest. That's me. I've been there for 3 weeks. But old Bob, he keeps hitting the side. He's got the splashback factor going.
Yeah, well.
I wish I had that info. I must have gotten rid of it. But
No, I think we had enough info.
That's
enough.
That was enough.
Yeah.
So, well. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to check out our Tucson history lesson?
I think everyone's ready after that.
Wow.
No, I just,
All right. Tucson
I think
history.
here's the thing. This is why it's good to have Cougar here.
It's always good to have
keeps us
Cougar
in
here.
check.
Yeah, because she keeps the testosterone levels at manageable.
Sometimes it's rough. It's a big job.
Because she's here to remind us to go. Because our wives aren't here. That's what our wives normally do day to day for us 24/7. Like, calm down.
Knock it down a notch, boys.
We've heard enough about the urinal puck. You can stop now.
You're right.
And
I'm sorry.
So Tuesday through Friday, we're just urinal pucking it up around
yes,
here.
you are.
Although I kind of like the video game urinal. That could be something somebody could make money on.
I think that's our next $1 million idea.
I mean, think about the games that we're playing now. People go to these bars where you're tossing axes, you're throwing footballs at bowling pins. Why not have a urinal contest? Because you'll sell more beer, and people will be going to the John. For the ladies, maybe we create something else, like a hovering contest.
Oh, how low can you go without touching?
You mean for the women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, maybe they should have different. And I don't know if they do this in the ladies'
it's
bathroom.
Toilet limbo.
Here we well, think about it. I mean, for
what
some
it is.
for some men's rooms, when you walk in, you have a taller urinal or like the guys' urinal, and then you have the kids' urinal.
And the taller urinal, by the way, is made for like Bill Lambier.
Yeah, and it's one where if you're peeing and you're going hard, it's coming back at you no matter what.
You're going hard.
Of course, we haven't had to worry about that in a long time because we're over 50. So,
Too
but
much
still,
information.
but for the ladies, do they have a taller and a lower
No,
for
I
height
wish,
differences?
because there are a lot of times
You
where
have to
I'm sitting
tippy-toe?
there and my feet are dangling.
Like Ernestine.
And I gotta
Ah,
Yeah, well. I hear
they don't have a standing one, right?
Well, then, and the thing is, a lot of bathrooms, like, it's either the Bill Lambier urinal
Or
it's the toddler urinal that's like
real
practically down
low.
on the floor.
Or you just have the ones that I preferred where the whole half the wall, it just goes right down to the floor. Then you don't have to worry about how tall you are.
Exactly.
That's
All right,
how we
so
solve world peace.
on this
right?
conversation, next Monday for Cougar's Review,
Yes.
I have got something for you. You want to talk urinating and tricks?
Not real. Tricks?
I will bring something. Women will be so thankful I brought
right.
it to their attention.
That's good. We'll look
So,
forward to that.
next Monday.
Really?
Next
Okay.
Monday. Cougar and...
Do
Female
we need to bring a toilet here?
urinating
Or
information.
Do we need TP? Do you need a square?
Do we need to bring a toilet down? Or
No.
No TP? Okay. Just checking. See, we should have went right to the history lesson. you brought
had
up
to keep
walking
going.
around, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
Tuesday in History brought to you by Oakland Insurance, Drew Goebel and Company, sponsoring our 2 cent history lesson. We appreciate that. Today is Static Electricity Day. Mm-hmm. Static Electricity Day.
I could tell that with my hair this morning.
Yeah.
Did you notice any in the studio since we have more electronics going on now, especially the Galga game?
I was shocked. Literally shocked.
Yeah.
Walking
Did you get
down
shocked?
here. I did.
Did you? See, we used to have that when we worked at the radio station. On days where it was really dry, you knew you were getting shocked no matter what you touched. It'd be like,
Yeah. And knowing that, you would try and touch, like, let's say the light switch with like the side of your hand. You'd be like,
get it with your elbow.
I do that at the stores, the shopping carts. Like touch it with my arm first, and then.
It's also National Apricot Day. Apricot.
I think it's apricot.
Apricot, yes. Apricot Day. Apricot.
It's like mini peaches.
Yeah, it's kind of a
really get
wannabe
those.
peach.
Yeah, it's really.
But I'm not. National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
All right. Yeah. And again, if you go
How
to our
fitting with that video.
if you go to our YouTube page, you can see that pit maneuver.
I like that.
It's also National Take the Stairs Day.
I did this
Yeah,
morning.
we did too.
Yeah,
we took the stairs.
The elevator's broken here in the
Yeah.
in the Giggle basement.
If this show goes on long enough, we'll have one of those ride-along things.
Chairlift thing. Yeah. One at a time, though. It'll be like, all right, your turn, Mike.
And what we'll do is we'll make a video game out of it where see how many times you get up and down the stairs in a minute.
We can put one on each side, have a race.
That would be fun for senior homes, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. 1793 on this date, the first hydrogen-filled balloon flight in the U.S. lifted off in Philadelphia. Hydrogen-filled balloon. Did that lead to the
Hindenburg?
helium?
No. Well, helium was next. After the hint.
They didn't try sucking the hydrogen, right?
Yeah, but the whole thing about hydrogen is kind of is explosive.
Yes, it is.
So it's kind of a problem.
Kind of, yeah. And you brought up the Hindenburg. So, 1811, the first recorded golf tournament for women took place in Scotland.
Nice.
Do you play golf?
I do. I'm not very good at it, but I want to be.
Someday, Mike will give you lessons.
Awesome.
Yeah. You'll learn how to swear very well.
I already got that down.
You got that?
I got that down.
You know, one of my favorite episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond is when his wife Deborah wanted to go golfing with him because he's always golfing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to share this with you. I want to go golfing with you. That was a great episode. Anyway, that was my review.
Thanks for. It was a great episode. You can catch Everybody Loves Raymond on Ion TV.
That was a good show in general.
That was a good show.
It was.
My favorite was with Deborah and her PMS needing medicine. Like Raymond wanted her to take the over-the-counter, and he's like going like this, and she's just staring at it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, I just saw one the other day where he was getting a little lucky because she was working out and the aerobics instructor was some hot guy, so he had to go to the class and check it out. So
He got a little mad about
it was like because
yeah.
the instructor was the warm up for Raymond. So now you can catch Everybody Loves Raymond. We're not getting paid for this.
Aren't you a personal trainer?
Yes, I am. I'm the warm up. You're welcome, guys. All right. Let's see. Where are we at?
Over the head's getting a little too big here.
In Spain, 1923, Juan de la Silveira made
Sure,
the
that's
first.
how that's pronounced.
We're going with that. Yes.
Oh, yeah. You just
Sierra?
commit and go.
Yes. Made the first helicopter flight. How about that? It wasn't TC.
No.
It was Juan
About that.
de la
And that was what year?
Silveira. 1923.
Wow.
It's up in
See,
the
I
chopper.
thought Igor Sikorsky was the inventor of the helicopter, but
Well, he's not the inventor. It was the first helicopter
Oh,
flight
I
in
see.
Spain.
Okay, got it.
Because it was Juan.
Well,
Juan the chopper guy.
wait, does it say it's Spain, or are you just assuming it's
it
Spain?
says in Spain,
Okay,
see?
okay. I just want to make sure.
On this day in 1984, we're sitting there watching our TV. Perhaps it was Growing Pains,
January of '84.
January of 84. Could have been the family one with Michael J. Fox. What's the name of that one?
Family Ties?
Family Ties.
Yeah, yeah. The
When-
family one.
the family one with
family
Michael J. Fox. When we saw for the first time the Wendy's commercial featuring Where's the Beef?
Clara Peller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the beef? They were showing the big buns.
Wait, what?
Well, that's because everybody else had bigger buns and smaller beef. That's why it was Where's the Beef? Sting made a guest appearance on this day in 1992 on the Fox animated TV comedy The Simpsons in an episode called Radio Bart.
You know, who hasn't made a guest appearance, which is still on, by the way?
It is.
There's still a chance we can get this podcast on The
Oh,
Simpsons.
sure, yeah.
Let's do that.
Well,
Only if I'm involved, though.
we have 5 viewers right now.
Right
So,
now.
if we can maybe double that.
Oh.
Maybe the Simpsons will call us.
All right.
Do you know Matt?
That's the goal.
2001, the Apple Computer Incorporated introduced iTunes at the Mac World Expo in San Francisco.
That'll never work.
People buying digital versions of their songs.
Kidding me? It's
They can listen to whatever they
ridiculous.
want, whenever they want.
These
have
8
whatever
tracks
songs
are
they
going to be
want.
the way of the future. What are you talking about?
I do think it is. It has taken away from enjoying a full album.
Right.
It has.
Well, we were just talking about
But
this.
we're old folks.
Well, a new record store just opened up in Howell that buys CDs and records and stuff. And I'm like, I'm looking at my CD collection. I'm like, maybe I should haul them over there and get what I can get while I can get something
Where's it
for
at?
them. It's in the same mall as Los Tres Amigos.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Lucy Road, right?
No.
Oh no. We're talking.
Yeah. You're thinking of El
That's
Patron.
it. Yeah,
El Patron.
I was thinking of Juan de la Sierra.
Yeah, you were. Taking
his
the
chopper
helicopter.
eye.
Yeah.
Apple CEO Steve Jobs in 2007 unveiled the iPhone.
Right.
Yay.
First he had iTunes and then the iPhone.
iTunes, iTunes on my iPhone.
Right.
I don't have any iTunes on my iPhone, just so you know.
don't
I
know
like
that.
to listen to CDs. I'll check your collection, see if there's anything I
If
like.
you want to go there,
I know you got some Russian
sale
Beatles
signs
in
on there. Oh, you can't touch the Rush.
Can't touch Rush stays. I know. I'm regretting selling my albums. It was on this day in 2014. Rolling Stone magazine published their readers' poll, the top 10 greatest double albums of all time.
I mean,
The top 10 double albums
Right.
of all time. Remember what it was like to get that double album.
Oh, yeah.
Frampton Comes Alive comes to mind. I mean, that was very popular.
That was very popular.
I think
Everybody had
actually the very first album I ever bought with my own money was Out of the Blue by ELO. Double album.
that. That wasn't the one.
Yeah.
That was your first double album, not your first album.
It was my first album, though. My
was
first
it?
one that I
Wow,
bought.
you went 2 for 1 on
Rode
your
my bike
first
to
buy.
Kmart. Went and played Galaga in the arcade.
Got some fries at the at the grill.
Got out of
A
the
little
blue.
baseball cap with a slushie in it.
Rode home. Like, out of the blue.
The submarine sandwich and the saran wrap.
It's so cute that
Those
you
were
think
good days.
It's so cute you think the submarine sandwich made it out of the store.
Did it make it out of the parking lot? All right. So do you want to know the top? Well, we'll go through the top 5.
Okay.
All right. So top 5 were Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, Bruce Springsteen's The River,
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street. Little album called The Wall by Pink Floyd at number 2.
Okay.
Just a little album.
Did I give away number 1?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
No, that was your first album. You didn't give it away. Actually, I know you have, or you may have had, on vinyl. The Beatles, The White Album,
Oh, I do.
was the number 1 back in 2014
Okay.
for the top 5.
We
And
just
that-
got a turntable last year, so we're having fun.
Listening to the albums.
Albums again.
Just take
yeah.
those old records off the shelf.
See,
Please, please don't sing.
I'm not.
well, the thing is that the album vinyl's back. It has been for a few years, where it's picked up in popularity and the nostalgia of it. And so had a conversation the other day. We were talking about that new record store, and it was like, do you think like cassettes or 8-tracks or whatever? It's like not really, because the thing about
The tapes
albums was it was a better sound. I mean the needle on the vinyl it is a deeper,
The
more
skip.
resonant sound, and it's not like CDs are ever gonna come back because it's compressed music, so it doesn't have the fuller sound. And the thing about the album was you had the whole experience. You get the album, you open it up.
All of a sudden, he goes into a whisper.
Pull out I'm talking on the side of my mouth. And you read the
album
liner
art.
notes, you look at the pictures.
Look at the pants on her. I could have those now.
God, those are all the way up to her nipples.
Whoa! And there we go.
That was the Carly Simon album you were looking at, wasn't it? You're so vague. All right. So, have you bought any new albums? New
I
versions
have.
of old albums, obviously.
Well, old, because I go to like the antique
Oh, you
places.
buy the
Right.
buy the used.
Because if you go to like Barnes and Noble or whatever, because they have like a vinyl section now, but you're paying premium prices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
here's
so
$45 for that album you paid $3.99 for back in 1975.
I got this for a penny.
I
back in
was so
78.
excited. I got, and you guys will probably think this is really stupid, but I got the Grease
Oh, Grease soundtracks.
soundtrack album. I used to play that
All the time.
all the time in my living room.
All right. What do you want to do? Summer Lovin'?
No.
I thought thought we were going to do a little song. No? Grease
Gonna
Lightning?
go Grease that.
See now.
I would do the dances and everything.
Well, yeah, you had to. Did you run around with the saran wrap?
Absolutely. I did actually one time.
So,
One time.
so now when you see Grease on TV and you realize how much they've cut out of Grease Lightning,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know,
Yep.
they're missing their
Why don't you demonstrate what they've cut out?
No, that's okay. We'll keep it a family show. That's your 2-cent history lesson brought to you by our friends at Oakland Insurance, Drew Goebel and Company. If you want to be frank about insurance, call Drew.
Drew.
Don't call Frank.
No, don't call Frank.
248-647-2500. Oakland Insurance. They'll take care of all your insurance needs. Drew Goebel of Oakland Insurance and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance.
Speaking of being frank,
Is that where Frankenmuth came in?
I just absolutely loved last week when this podcast was referred to as a glorious train wreck.
But here's the thing. Only because it was. It was aptly named.
Oh my gosh, that was the best.
We were celebrating the silent era
Yeah, we were.
of
It was
cinema.
kind of a
The
throwback.
first 7 minutes.
Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton.
Read our lips. Because that's the only way you're going to understand what's happening.
We're trying to get better.
Yeah.
Trying.
So
But, yeah,
yeah,
it takes time.
It takes a little while. Rough. Working out the edges.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Working out the edges.
I thought I was going to come here today and have to be the camera girl.
No, that's Beth Garlock.
She volunteered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And when Beth needs car work, Beth goes to Murphy's Family Auto. If she doesn't, she should. Murphy's Family Auto. For all your auto repair needs and vehicle maintenance, call today, 517-552-3040. We're open on Saturdays from 8 to 1. If you tell them Mike and John sent you, you get the 5% discount. It's the Mike and John bump.
oh yeah.
No dents, just bumps.
No. Well, they could probably take out a bump.
I don't know.
They can do the whole shebang.
Oh, that's a whole shebang. We've established that.
Yes, we have.
Right. No, so Murphy'sFamilyAuto.com.
Your car knows.
All right.